Hi guys, welcome back. Greg here. Getting back into some PD2. Trying some new ideas today. Going on the PD2 Discord, on the feedback channel. I cherry picked some of the comments there. Put my own twist on it. And, bring up some discussion, some feedback for the dev team. Try to get a bit more exposure maybe to these comments. And as a big disclaimer, I am a PD2 fanboy, so their core philosophy and how they handle like power creep and itemization and quality of life stuff, I always appreciated, and not going too much like crazy, trying to keep the essence of Diablo 2 is really important. So, but let's get into it. Username Bear Air. He's discussing about the Aldur's weapon, which is this thing, which is pretty much something you use to just complete the set because the stats are completely horrendous. This is not a shape-shifting weapon at all either. You can attack so slowly with this, with very low damage. So, first of all, change it to a club. Right, the club weapons are the druid type now, basically, and add some kind of, summoner skill flavor to them, which is probably going to be summons or elemental. You can play a little bit around with the other piece of the set to balance it out, but a little bit of a power increase on the Aldur set is probably not too bad.
Good day.
Not too dramatic. Yeah, I don't exactly know how you do it. Maybe a random roll, maybe some faster cast rate. Just +1 skills. Maybe something like that. I don't know exactly you could put on that weapon. Make it, because we got elemental shape-shifting in there. You can put something for shockwave. For shockwave in there. Or for rabies, anything that could make it a bit more viable or more like a weapon, some kind of stats make it relevant. So yeah, that's my feedback for the Aldur's weapon. Moving on, in this original post, like Bear mentioned, a two-handed weapon could work too, but it just doesn't really makes sense as a shape-shifting set for like melee and stuff like that. It's just, yeah, shape-shifting is, I don't know how it will work. It would be more simple for a one-handed weapon, I think. So here we got a feedback about curses for Necros by username Spawn. Having it having multiple functions on curse and them acting as blessings on allied players. I don't know if you could curse yourself to give yourself a buff, but this seems thematically like horrible. Necros don't bless stuff. Curse and deal with the dead basically thematically doesn't make sense. I think it would make Necros in party play just be super crazy OP unless you bring down the strength of the curses themselves. Because in dungeon play you basically have a Necro that curses everything already, so if you get a buff on top, I think it would be a bit too much. So yeah, like kind of cool concept, but it doesn't really fit the class. And it's just a bit too much, I think, power. Or the Necro. Moving on, some more stuff about curses from username Cirque. He's talking about a curse duration, length duration, and the curse resistance stats. One point I really like about this post is the having a socketable that could give that stat. I think I would put it on a rune. It doesn't have to be something like super crazy as a rune, because it's not like that crazy powerful of a stat, I think. If you slot it in a particular piece of equipment, like a shield, I think you can limit how powerful they can be, basically. It doesn't have to be something too crazy for a rune. I think would be a maul would be nice, because I mean, who uses mauls for the stats they provide? It's just basically useless. Magic damage reduction, prevent monster heal, just is not used at all. So curse length, duration, curse resistance. Maybe some things have the weapon have one and the shield have the other on the maul rune, or something else. Because I think there's some room there to improve. There's a lot. They're putting more and more stuff that has curse resist and curse length duration, like that new shield they put in. But having some more extra to try to, you know, breach that gap to 75% curse resist. Is that 75% the curse resist? I think so. So yeah, cool feedback by Cirque. Moving on, Hammerdin by username Varric, which some of you people might know. Hello, a YouTuber. Talking about Blessed Hammer mechanics. No numbers buff, no nerfs, no function. Like, yeah, a little bit of functionality, I guess, but more of a, you know, mechanic or quality of life. Make it more responsive. As you can see, as I'm facing like this, I'm casting Blessed Hammer. Hammer spawns around here. I'm facing this way. Hammer spawns the same spot. So basically his idea is we'll have the placement being dynamic of where your character is facing. So let's say you're attacking monsters that are coming from the south. You're a bit of a disadvantage because you're gonna be facing this way. The hammer is gonna swing, gonna have time to swing around before hitting your enemies. And then if you're facing north, the mobs will be hit like instantly. So yeah, it would make sense for it. Like, you cast your hammer, you're gonna be casting it in front of you all the time. So you joust in a pack, you'll be facing them, you'll be casting your Blessed Hammer, you'll hit them immediately. I think that makes a lot of sense, and would be just a really like small change, but it really makes sense to make the skill more you know, less clunky. You know? So big thumbs up on this. It'd be very nice to see if we could the dev team look at that. Another one from Varric. This in this case is name locking. Name locking, basically, the main issue I find with it usually is when I'm doing, let's say, teleporting somewhere. I'm gonna get name locked on something, and then my character stops moving unless I move my cursor again, making your character kind of stall. The solution then is to press your Alt key. You can make disappear your name lock, but having it as a toggle, I think, would be nice for sure. To remove name lock, or have it on an Alt key to enable it or disable it. In these instances, instead of having your thumb always on pressing Alt, I think would be a nice change for sure. Yeah, that's it for that. Just really simple. Just I really hate when I'm trying to teleport somewhere and then I get stuck on the door, and I get stuck on clicking on going on a mob because I just forgot to press the Alt key or my thumbstick or whatever. It costs you a death in hardcore probably as well. If you're like in Warstone Keep, you teleport, you click on something, get stuck on a casket or something, and fucking souls are blasting your ass. Yeah, so makes sense. Good feedback, I think. This one regarding plus skill armor. It's a bit of a discussion between a couple members here. Norek with that states that we need more +2 skills armor, like uniques. because they nerfed like Hooligans and Atmas and stuff like that in the past. And we got some people that are agreeing, some people that, yeah, are agreeing, but I really think the winner answer is from FVM here, which is to reduce the Arcane and Steel Carapace to +1. Reason is, I feel like in unique armors, you can get +2, and you can get a Corruption, and you can get 2 sockets in them, which is really powerful. So if you compare that to, let's say, a stone armor or rune ward like Enigma, these ones should be a little bit stronger. You have a stone, yeah, because they cannot be corrupted and we cannot add more sockets on them. So that will make them a little bit more powerful. Like this one, you cannot slam this. You cannot put more sockets in it because you have your rune word. This has 1+1 skill. I know it's a completely different armor, different purpose, but it would bring the balance level be more equal, and have armor like stone, like, which are amazing, shine a little bit more in comparison to these completely insane, let's say, Steel Carapace that has +2 skills, a slam cannot be frozen, and 2 sockets. That's a lot of power on one item, and I feel like FVM as the answer here, which is the unpopular one because people don't like nerfs, but that's it. That's what you gotta do to balance the game out, I think. Another suggestion, a feedback from Clark Griswold, basically stating that we got fire enchant, we got lightning enchant, we got cold enchant monsters, and we got that poison enchant. So there's a bit of a design. There's some design room here for poison enchant. I mean, why not? It would increase the value of poison resist. People don't usually value poison at all, just for Ratma fights, basically. So having this be a bit of a danger and a more valuable stat, I think makes sense. I like all the PLR stuff that the devs put in that makes poison, that's strong against poison, right? For the effect, I don't know, like when the monster hits you, you're gonna get poison, right? Like fire and lightning and whatever. And an undead effect, like he states here, like it's just a cloud, like the zombies, Act 2 zombies when they die or something like that. Doesn't need to be fancy, but just, you know, see in there, I got all my defenses are cooked up on this character, and I'm lacking a bit of poison resist. So maybe a little bit more danger. Maybe I need to find a piece to fit in a little bit of poison resist if that's an issue at any points. It probably won't because it's just poison, right? Not that dangerous inherently because it's over time. So yeah, I think that's a good proposal. Could be nice. Just a small thing, more design, more pool of mods on monster. Also reduce the chance that it spawns extra strong with Fanatism aura and extra fast or whatnot. So kind of a nerf to monster, to be honest. But that would be nice. Alright, last one I think for today is gonna be sorry about the cat. Spirit of Barb from Jorasly, stating that Spirit of Barb has no purpose. That's wrong. I built a character with Spirit of Barbs and it was okay at clearing tier 1s. But how he formulates it, it's like having the bleed effect from like Paladin Thorns and stuff like that, which doesn't work. I tried. If you want to make Thorns work, you absolutely have to have a lot of upfront attacker stick damage, like 10k plus to one shot stuff, or you complement it with something else. The build idea is the Stair Bear, I called it, had Armageddon on top. But I tried building it with Unger, because Unger has open wounds, But I would just go bear form and hunger, so my Thorns damage would have open wounds. But with this kind of build, the monster attacks so slowly that you're never gonna, you know, have full stacks of bleed on monsters before they die. You're not gonna be sitting there getting it once by archer.
Good day.
And then shots you once, doesn't die, shoots you twice, shoots you 3 times, and then like takes down with bleed. It doesn't make sense. It's way too slow. So bleed with thorns, I mean, thematically kind of cool because thorns, bleeding, whatever, but just doesn't work in the game. And I don't think it's like having Spirit of Barbs being like a go all skills, put that like to level 45 and have everything get one-shotted when they hit you makes sense either. I don't think it's a good design. It's not good. It's not good gameplay either. So I know for all you memers and stuff like that, just see Spirit of Barb as some supplementary damage. It's never gonna be like a 3 super speed farmer anyway. So I had my Stair Bear, which was really niche for tier 1 farming, which is wasn't even that fast. Could use a little buff. I mean, nothing crazy, but just a fun skill. Doesn't need to be more than it is right now, I think. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it for today. I'll try to do a couple more of these before next season. I don't know where season 11 is gonna be, but at some point we'll probably get a little bit of an announcement. Try to get back some hype and build up some hype, and maybe get the devs to give some ideas to the devs. I'm sure they're looking at feedback, stuff like that, but there's just so much, you know. Sometimes it's hard to filter out. Trying to filter out a bit the ones that I find a little bit more interesting or wouldn't break the game or anything like that. So that's it. See you guys in season 10, maybe. I don't know when. Maybe the next video of feedback. So like, subscribe if you like. And I'll see you guys next time.